Well, all right. Let's go ahead and get right into it. These guys don't even want to wait. I guess it is a little bit late for bleh. He is in the UK. Maybe he wants to get himself some beauty sleep, although he's a gamer, so that's certainly atypical. But what are we here for? What are we watching? Well, day 23 of the stream challenge, which means 7 days left, a week left on the challenge. And we get to kick it off with a pretty sweet bang. Bleh, my good buddy, actually playing tonight, doing a duel against FALLACY, and look at that shot. It's nearly pixel perfect as FALLACY comes into his field of view down at the lower rockets, and of course bleh, one of the GOATs on this particular map especially. So he knows all the angles, all the advantageous positions, player tendencies, you name it. I venture to guess he's logged as many hours as anyone on this particular map, and FALLACY is not known as a typical weapons player, more of an insta-gibber, sniper type guy, but does have some experience with weapons. And certainly not the duel experience that bleh has. So expect big numbers for bleh, as FALLACY will just look to try to keep this close. But on a map like Deck, where, like I said, it can be bleh's playground, you never know. This could get out of hand quick. As bleh has FALLACY on death's door, and we'll finish him off with the primary. Looks like FALLACY guessed wrong with where bleh was at, and he is going to retake that armor, get the health back up to almost a full stack, 100, 150. Going to look to get one more piece so we can get to that max 200 armor. As he does retake the boots. Rare miss on the boot jump combo, but FALLACY's primary, and that's the game he needs to play. His hit scan aim is on point. Got bleh down to 41 HP as he wisely backs off to get himself some more health and armor, but unfortunately he's going to have to give up position on this belt, which bleh, I believe, has boots to get, or he will be retrieving them shortly. And you see many different players take many different approaches to that belt, and that's just one of them, shown by bleh with the boot jump, wall dodge. Very graceful move. You see a lot of players employ the more risky dodge over the slime and then boot jump mid-air to pick up the belt. Much more margin for error in that move for sure. As again, FALLACY, his hit scan aim with that shock is just so good. And bleh forced to try to cut off the angles by seeking cover. He's down to 11 HP, and FALLACY gets on the board with that shot. And bleh is absolutely going to have to respect that aim moving forward, because you saw FALLACY completely remove the stack of bleh in no time with just a bunch of successive primary shots, so kudos to him. What up, Sonic? Welcome to the lounge. See bleh using that slide just a little bit as FALLACY going to try to use this shock rifle to gain control of the next armor. Has to be careful though that bleh. Oh, he heard that. He heard that, and oh, that combo could have been the kill shot, but wasn't quite good enough. But it doesn't matter. He does hit the second sniper follow-up shot to get the frag and retake control. Of course, in duels, typically you'll see them have a gentleman's agreement not to pick up the amp, but the belt is fair game as bleh does retrieve that, and he'll get a fresh set of boots, which spawn immediately. You hear that telltale little ka-chink sound, basically telling you that the spawn is there. Of course, you can use the radar to see that FALLACY has moved to the opposite side of the map, and of course bleh knows this. He's played so many reps on this particular map that he knows where people are typically going to head, but now he's guessing wrong. He unfortunately seems to think that FALLACY is still over at the flak area, whereas FALLACY actually double backed and is looping around towards the armor. But it seems like bleh is starting to catch on to that as he moves back to the top of the pit area, trying to catch FALLACY in a precarious position. He does. That elevator can be a death sentence if you come all the way up and you don't like elevator jump off or go back down to the pit. And bleh taking full advantage extends it to a 4 frag lead. Not too high scoring here on Deck, but still 5 minutes roughly on the clock. And again, that elevator, that dang elevator is just like a death sentence for FALLACY right now. Is take a look at that. You actually see him overshoot the combo, put it above his head, because he realizes it's more powerful to hit the combo, even if it's indirectly, than for him to just take shock secondary, which obviously in that small corridor is more likely to happen. But whoa, that goose shot in midair landed right on bleh's face as he pursued Fallacy down to the lower slime area, but unfortunately he was so stacked it didn't matter. And bleh does finish him off. Hey, thanks, Boom. Yeah, man, casting was actually kind of my thing back in the day. I was usually a better caster than I was a player. You know how they say, like, those who can't play coach or those who can't play cast. You know, that was kind of me. But glad you're enjoying it, man. Glad you're enjoying it. I love watching duels, man. It's so fun. Especially bleh. I've watched so many of his games, especially on this map. And I love to especially say especially. But yeah, with 4 minutes on the clock, this one, as I said, probably going to easily go the way of Fallacy. Or, excuse me, bleh, as Fallacy just going to look to keep it sensible. Bleh probably expecting a kill shot from that combo, but it was a bit off kilter. It didn't necessarily completely connect. And you've seen him get a little nonchalant with his usage of the boot, and that's because he has such a big lead. Oh, nice headshot. He doesn't have to really save him because, you know, he's got the stack, he's got weapon control, Fallacy's on the run, he's got the lead. He can afford to waste some boots in that situation, whereas normally you might want to ration out, dare I say, the use of your boots. And again, the timing continues. Picks up the armor, keeping Fallacy on full retreat here. A little off timing of the boots, but he can afford these mistakes for several reasons. Because he has this big lead in, because those timers are there, so he knows when they're coming up. So even if he's off, he'll know what his error is when he gets there. As Fallacy actually picks up that frag, and he's getting a little risky here, hoping he can get this belt before bleh shows up to spoil the day. And no, it spawns right after bleh shoots that rocket to get him off of the belt ledge. So now it's a battle in the lower area by the slime to see who gets this next belt. Fallacy going to try to wall him off to get the boots. He has the health. He could piston up. The denial shock primary. Very nice shot by Fallacy, but actually missed the first one. Unfortunately, bleh's so stacked, he can't get the finisher. Down to 7 HP is Fallacy, but still the double tap primary to get the frag. But he heard the boots. He had to hear the boots get taken by bleh, and he knows he's wounded, so he comes right at him. Doesn't go for the belt. Instead gets the frag, retrieves the belt afterwards, and here he comes in. He smells blood in the water, gets the frag. Double-digit lead, up by 10, and bleh showing why he is one of the best on this map. But again, Fallacy, not necessarily a veteran dueler, but as you have seen throughout this game, absolutely known for his aim. Can brute force his way through even a player like bleh if he gets a little careless. Payback! Ermagerd! What's up, man? Welcome back, dude. Ha! Nice, Boom. We have that in common, then. Hype man. It's all about getting the game hyped up, keeping people excited, you know. I love it, though. That's why I always say, like, I couldn't commentate or cast a game I didn't like because you can't fake it, you know. I mean, you can, but I think people would catch on. And if they don't, you should be enacting. There you go, bleh, getting back on the board after momentarily surrendering control to Fallacy. But bleh getting that belt. And he's just running around with the impact hammer right now. I have seen some pretty crazy stuff with that, though. Especially the secondary, the little defensive shield, if you will. There you go. Bleh showing off his comboing skills. He's a combo connoisseur like myself. Loves the off-axis. The combos. The crazier, the better, basically. Either one of them can seem to get the kill shot, though, with it. As Bleh's opted for the sniper. Now back to the shock. And does hit the strafing back-forth combo to get the kill. And with 15 seconds remaining, bleh going to win this one by double digits unless Fallacy gets a crazy flurry here in the last 10. Ooh! Bleh puts a bell on it with that shot. Fallacy, though, served it up. He basically stood stood tall, said, "Come at me, bro," and bleh was happy to oblige. Good game, well played by bleh, showing why he is one of the best. And again, another thing to consider, guys, this is a Montreal server. bleh is playing from the UK with 104 MS right now. The netcode does help him out, obviously. And well, Fallacy's lagging. Well, actually, that might have been just a bug. Yeah, Fallacy normally has very low ping, so if this were UT99, this would be even more impressive because of the ping disparity. Obviously, not as big a hurdle to get over in this game. Yeah, Sonic digging that combo as well. Very nice.